That's my stomach. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. You know, it's been a real honor. All week long, we've devoted most of our interviews and some of the stories about all of the events that are going on up in the Glens Falls area to celebrate Veterans Week, starting off this Sunday, the 8th, and actually moving all the way through the week to the following weekend. And joining me today is one of the coordinators with Charles Pelz for putting together all of these very diverse activities that we're going to talk to you about. And that's Harrison Freer. So welcome, Harrison.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Anybody ever call you Harrison Ford?
Yes.
I had to get that one out of the way first, okay. So you're a veteran yourself, right, Harrison?
Correct.
Which branch?
So 24 years of Air Force pilot, and moved up into this area, which New York, I was raised in New York and moved back up here in 2007. Been involved in community activities. Met Charles at a Rotary meeting, and he hooked me into trying to coordinate the different activities highlighted by, you know, his big push with the Glens Falls Symphony and a dedicated concert for veterans, and trying to combine jazz and symphony orchestra. And so it's turned out that we've had a lot of interest in things going on, and my role has been more or less trying to coordinate the different publicity part of it. We've done a great job. Thank you for giving us some airtime here.
Oh, you're welcome. You know what, Harrison, we're going to run through it. You know, the viewers are always interested. You're a veteran, 24 years of service in the Air Force. If I'm doing the math correctly, that probably puts you in Iraq 1, right?
Right. I flew combat support missions during Iraq 1 overseas. Carrying my chemical gear around. Luckily, I never had to wear it, but lots of flying. I had a very serendipity career. I got to work on GPS satellites in the last part of my career, which was bringing a service that we all take for granted now, but the Air Force provided.
You know, for as serious as it is for anyone serving in the armed services, they always say, yeah, take everything that a Marine or someone in the Army goes through and then put it up in the air. You know, when you're in the Air Force, you have everything to contend with, plus you're up there in the air, you know. Wow. Now, you mentioned the concert on the 8th. Now, we've done, my God, I think we will have done 3 interviews. We did a great interview with Charles, which is on, I think, tonight or tomorrow. And but we did a 2-part interview with Chris Brubeck, son of Dave Brubeck, who's bringing his quintet over from France to perform an original piece with the Glens Falls Orchestra.
Correct.
At Glens Falls High School. That starts really the week's activities this Sunday at 4 p.m.
Correct.
Correct. Now, also I think the Navy Fleet Band is performing.
Yes, Charles works some magic, and we'll have one of the premier bands of the Navy up from the D.C. area to do some, I believe, big band 40s type performances.
Yes, they are.
So I think it's real interesting. Charles' dad is a World War II vet, aging. He'll be here, I believe. And so there's an emotional tie to try to make this all it could be this year, 70 years from the time of the end of World War II. And one of the things as we started coordinating this, the Chamber of Commerce said, hey, what can we do? And somebody came up with the idea of a restaurant week to both honor and recognize, you know, World War II. So a whole list of restaurants are offering specials at $19.45 to commemorate
the end of World War II.
You
know, you show up and you mention it, and there are a number of specials. Honestly, there are too many restaurants to list.
Right.
So call the restaurant, but the ones we were talking about, it's pretty much everything you can think of, all the favorite spots, too.
Right, and that information is out in the Chronicle and some of the other media and online. So Veterans Restaurant Week, and you'll get the hits for all the restaurants that are participating. So that was sort of an add-on that, you know, Charles hadn't envisioned, but it again raises the awareness of veterans activities. And then
as
November 11th,
the week,
So let's see, Monday there's a talk by an author, Richard Bubracher, at the Crandall Library. And lots of things going on Wednesday.
Veterans Day itself.
Veterans Day itself. And so 11 o'clock, Crandall Park dedication, 12:30, SUNY Adirondack Vietnam Veterans Memorial dedication, and Iraq-Afghanistan unveiling of a monument that SUNY Adirondack has set up there. I believe there's also something going on at the National Cemetery down in Schuylerville. This is our first time at trying to coordinate, and we didn't get past the Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George area, because the ending of the week will be another concert by the Lake George Community Band at 3 o'clock, same location, Glens Falls High School. So they became the bookends. Lots going on Wednesday, and then as it turned out, there was a theater event called Ajax, Sophocles, at Skidmore, put on by veterans. And it's really kind of, I'm looking forward to going to it. I talked to one of the editors who reviewed the practice, and it was really emotional. It's both an enduring and a topical issue.
Now, just so we can fill the viewers in, the name of it is Ajax. It's a classic, in a sense, it's a classic Greek tragedy about war and about the suicide of a soldier. And we did an interview with them, and it's so telling in two ways. One is that the topic is so compelling, but the other part of it is that it's timeless. Right. And considering that, and I forgot the statistic exactly, but something like 22 veterans a day or something were committing suicide. Right. So, understanding the nature of it is really important, I think, don't you?
And so I couldn't agree more, and as you may know, I'm a bike advocate as well. I work on the Warren County Bike Way and a committee that we have up there. And so there's a bikeway bridge across the Route 149 you may know about. Sure. And so at 1 o'clock on Friday, there will be a dedication to a veteran, Christy Roberts, who did commit suicide. And so trying to honor and remember and bring to light the real issues associated with veterans as they try to transition back into a society which we've sort of struggled with at times.
Well, thank you very much, Harrison, for coming in.
My pleasure.
Great to
thank
see you
very
again.
Much. Yeah,
and we'll see you next week in and out of all these events.
Okay, very good. Thanks.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.